Welcome back. Today, I want to talk something a little different than normal. In a way, I'm going to start just straight off the bat saying that I know that personally I am speaking from what would be considered a place of privilege, because I know not everyone can afford time off to do any of this, or can kind of afford doctor's visits, or any of the stuff it takes to do this. And I don't even have the actual time to do some of this stuff. So while I may not personally understand your situation and the specifics of it, I can 100% empathize with it. And mostly I want to talk about that I think it's important to make sure that you're trying to get the right kinds of help, like the right help. And this is definitely kind of a loaded statement and a loaded topic, but hear me out and let me know what you think. So I think it's really important, and I think we've all seen that it's really important that people have some kind of support system, even if the people you talk to are just the people you regularly, interact with each week when you, I don't know, play World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14 or any MMO, or even games like, Counter-Strike, League of Legends, or online book clubs, or, whatever, Discords for sports teams you like. Who cares, right? It doesn't, where it is doesn't matter, but what matters is that you have someone that you can talk to about just stuff. Is really important for our mental health. And I think the last couple of years has kind of taught us all how important it is to just kind of spend time with people and talk to people and just be present with each other, right? So that's one level. Then the next level is actual therapy, right? Going and seeing a mental health counselor, or using one of the million online services. And a lot of insurance companies cover this stuff these days, which is good. But that requires you to have health insurance. And I know that's an issue for some people in the US. And that's even an issue before you get into the nightmare of scheduling and having the actual time to go. And that's the boat I'm in, because I am a full-time parent of twins when I'm not working on this business. So I don't have free time. I don't have an hour or an hour and a half, 2 hours to take the time to travel, talk to someone, travel back, because there's no one to watch the kids, right? So the other option is that I could try to find someone online to work with, but I don't have any idea yet of the logistics of how that would work, because you're talking either I'm talking to him in the early morning or I'm talking to him really late at night. So I'd have to find someone who's not in my time zone, more likely than not, because who is going to be awake doing sessions at 4 in the morning? Probably someone in the UK, right? Yeah, and that's if our insurance would even cover it, because I know our insurance will cover stuff, but I don't know if it'll cover online stuff. I know a lot of it doesn't, so who knows. So basically, until they are in school months from now, that's kind of where I'm stuck. But then there's kind of the third level of things, which is kind of how there's a point at which all the conversation in the world isn't going to help a chemical imbalance in your brain. And that's, again, where I am. So I've spent a long time for the past several years trying to get kind of the mix of chemicals to help supplement what my brain has trouble producing and doing itself, because my brain does have a problem producing a lot of these chemicals by itself. So I can change my situation just over and over and over again until the end of time, and there's still going to be just a fundamental way in which my brain is just not going to produce the right chemicals in the right balance for me to be happy, feel motivated. Like, it doesn't happen. So that all being said, the past couple of weeks or so now for me have been a bit rough, because my doctors and I have finally kind of stumbled on the combination of medications that seems to work really well for me, except that I had occasional bouts with weird dizziness and lack of like what felt like control over my legs, and a tremor in my hands whenever I tried to use like fine motor skills. So like writing or typing or putting toothpaste on my toothbrush. So like, yeah, every day. And the worst one, trying to like line a screwdriver up to use it. Or worse, put the screw on the screwdriver to like kind of hold it in place to put it in to put the screw back in. Yeah, fucking terrible. So since the side effects were getting worse and weren't improving at all, and were getting more noticeable, we made a decision like mid-January-ish to cut back on the most recent medication to see if that helped, because it didn't start until that started. So that's the variable to fix, right? And so far it has helped. Haven't felt dizzy in weeks. The hand tremors are pretty much gone completely. But now the problem is that I can feel changes in my brain. And I can kind of feel how thoughts and my thought processes have kind of started unraveling a little bit and are more chaotic. There's less motivation, less focus. And like, instead of being able to kind of push myself at doing one thing, my brain is constantly going, ooh, shiny. Like, ooh, that guy has Jack Skellington and Sally tattoos on his arm that just walked by me. Whoa. And it'll try and do like 50 things at once, and it won't be able to do any of them. And it's really frustrating. So that like almost makes it worse, right? To know that we were like that close. So you kind of start questioning, right? Can I put up with those side effects? Like, can I be like Mr. Tremblay and just can I put up with that to feel like my brain is working right? Or even like remotely like it should be working? Or do I kind of go the safer route, right? Be more patient, give it a few more weeks. I have a follow-up in March, like the beginning of March. So just wait, see how it goes, and make adjustments from there. No surprise, hopefully, that that's the approach I'm going to take, because much like all of my other plans, this is all about the long game and long-term goals and making those incremental improvements that get you towards a larger goal, right? A little bit at a time, and we'll get there. Right now, I'm a lot better than I was, like a lot better than I was 6 months ago. Less than 6 months ago, but yeah. So, yeah, it's a fight to get part of my brain back. And now that I know it's possible, right? I think it's worth taking the time and making the investment the right way. So let's talk about it, right? What sorts of investments do you wish you could make for your own, like, kind of mental health and physical well-being? Let me know in the comments, and we will talk more there, hopefully. If you don't want to talk in the comments, I can be found over on Twitter at ChopTheViking. If you want to keep this conversation going, please hit the subscribe button. And I can tell you for certain that the YouTube goblins would absolutely love it for you to hit the like button so that they can feel validated. It's important for them. All right. I will talk to you next week. Take care. Talk to about important stuff. That is definitely not good. All right. So